Hi everybody, welcome to the Daily Break. My name is Nick, and today I'm over at our separate space. More to come on that in the future. Right now I'm going to be clearing off that entire back table just because I'm going to be working on this behemoth down here. Actually, there's the box. The UCS Star Destroyer. It is right there. It's in that bin. Sorry, the camera went down a little bit. And it's on top. I don't know where in the world I'm gonna start on this. I do know that I need a workspace, so I am gonna be clearing off this entire table, and we will go from there. All right, I have successfully cleared off the table, so let's get out some personal stuff. Let's go grab a chair from over that way, and we will get this a little bit more sorted out. Screw. Now that I have that all set up, I'm going to be taking this, whatever this skeleton is, putting that on the table, and we are going to piece by piece go through it to see what's actually in here and what actually isn't. Like, what is this? So right now I'm trying to find the best possible way to go about this. There's a lot more than I thought there was. This entire bin is full. There's a lot of chunks. The skeleton is honestly the worst part. The angles back here are really cool. I'd love to see the set completely built, but it's just going to be a lot of effort to try to put it back together and then turn around and put it back, take it right apart. So I'm not going to be doing that. Some of the Technic pins in here are already weirdly pulled out. We got this as a trade-in. This is actually going to go along really well with the certification video that I'm going to be putting out as well, or that is already put out. I don't know how I'm going to go about this. There's just a lot of moving parts here, not literally. And there's also this entire bag. So I don't know whether or not to start separating by piece or by color. There are way too many pieces in this set to do it by piece, so I might just have to do it by size and color. That's what those back there are for, and then also these right here, so we will see. Okay, I have gone a little bit further into organization. The bins are a little bit more full. I might go in and separate by piece now that they're by color. It might be a little bit easier just to take, like, you know, modified 4x6 plates like this and stack them all together, just kind of like this. This is gonna take a while. Take a lot longer than I expected. Haven't even touched this side. I keep just taking chunks out of this bin, grabbing chunks and just taking them apart. This is part of our certification process as well. When we have a set that's kind of like chunked like this, it's a lot easier to, one, build it. It actually depends on the size of the set. It's easier to either completely rebuild the set so that way we can have everything on display, that way everything is there, and we can just go to the back of the instructions and literally just go backwards. That's a pretty easy way to do it. The way that we do it when it's chunked like this is usually, if you take it apart and have each piece set out, it's a lot easier to go through it just because there's a lot that like goes into that. So it's a lot easier to go through it because you've got everything sort of sorted out right in front of you. the only time-consuming part about all this is taking it apart. That's the biggest chunk of time that usually comes in. Once you get to certifying, it's usually pretty easy. Again, just start from the back of the book, go forward. But if you have it taken apart like this, you don't have to do it any order that matters. It doesn't matter. So you can either go from the front or the back. Yeah, each section is huge. A lot bigger than I expected. I mean, I knew the set was huge, but I didn't realize. So I've been just literally just taking out chunks like this, just random pieces that I find, and there goes one on the floor. I will grab that. I promise it's not usually this messy when you certify. It's usually a very straightforward process. We usually just have all the stuff right in front of us. Say we have, let's zoom in over there. I can't zoom in. If we go over there on our shelves, you can see some of our sets over there. Say that city set right over there on the that's tilted on its side in the back is fully put together. We can literally just go to the back of the instructions and then just rewind from there and then put it into its bags. So I will show you that in a separate bag. So this is probably going to be part 1 of the video. I'm gonna have to split it into a few different ones. I don't want these videos to be too long, and there is a lot to do here, like I said. Still in chunks, still in everything like that. So I think this is just gonna be part 1. I was able to get a considerable chunk of it done, but that's like not even a third of the set is complete. Like I said, I promise it's not usually this messy when it comes to certification and making sure everything is there. But that's just the thing. That's half the battle, is making sure that everything is there. Yeah, so that's gonna be part 1 of this video today, and I will see you in the next one. So have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.